Okay, so welcome to my first video about game making. Well, not my first video about game making, but this is my first for game jam. Now, I am gonna say that this is actually audio that was recorded after, because the problem is, while I was recording this, I didn't set up a Bandicam properly, since I never used this before. So I had a problem where I thought I was actually having a bunch of audio. Turned out I didn't, so I only have 2 clips of actual audio while making it, which is near the end. So I'm gonna have to make these little bits of just me talking after to try and fill in for some of the gaps. Well, mainly this large gap at the beginning. So I'm gonna try and explain what's happening at the first part. So this is just like the HTML base file I have for myself, and I was just doing the basic menu for the game. Now, if I remember correctly, oh yeah, so at this point I did not know I needed to join the Discord. So I was just kept checking here. Ended up being that it took maybe like more than an hour after the game jam for me to actually figure out. No, actually a little bit less, since you can see here that I actually made the idea, which this game jam was based off of the theme of floating sky islands. So I had 3 ideas when I came into this. One of where you're just conquering other sky islands. The other was you're on some world where pieces of it are becoming sky islands. And the last one I ended up going with was where you're on one sky island and you're having little bits of it fall off as you keep going. So I made these basic assets to try and, well, show what's going on in the game. Honestly, not my best work, but hey, they're usable. Now, something I do want to mention for anyone who ends up playing this game is that due to I coded this, you need to keep in mind, for the top left corner of the main character, since that's the point that counts for collisions. I know that's odd, but the thing is, that's just how it natively kind of works for HTML. So if I wanted to try and make it where it's the center, I'll need to change the code quite a bit. I mean, if I get asked to, I think I can actually make it where it's the center. But yeah, it would still be the center. I mean, if you wanted to, I could actually easily make it where it's the bottom of the character. It would still be the left, but at least it could be the bottom as feet, which would make a little bit more sense for blocks. Alright, so I think at this point, yeah, so I had to stop recording for a while, and then I ended up having to come back. So at this point, I'd actually made the main menu, and yeah, you will notice that I even still have the Bandicam download in the background. So at this point, it was just a basic menu with the simple start instructions and about the game buttons. Nothing special. I did the background, which I find kind of okay. It's just very basic, but it still could be far worse. In fact, I don't know how exactly my feelings are in the clouds. Some of them I feel are kind of okay. Other ones I really just feel do not look like clouds at all. Alright, so I'm just going to stop this one voice recording. I'm going to add it in at later part of the video. So it's going to be silent for quite a bit. Hope you guys are okay with that. Maybe I'll add in music, but see, yeah, I might add in music from Paper Bros. But yeah. Okay, so I'm back. Now I know this is gonna be like a little bit random to jump in here, where like you see all this code and yeah, and the game is quite different from before. So I'm just gonna try and explain what's going on here. So right now, I'm just trying to fix where the character spawns. I've already gotten the block spawning in. Now that was actually the easiest thing like for the blocks. I honestly did not expect it to be so easy. I mean, it's a little bit odd at first, but then I figured out what I had to do with the rows and everything. And then I got it fixed, and now, well, it just works like it's intended. I've never had a problem with it after that, well, except for once, but maybe you'll see that later, but it ends up being fine. So yeah, now you're just gonna see as I'm trying to I actually had the real gameplay. You will notice it's kind of crappy, since like the blocks they fall a little bit slow, and like to me it feels like it can be a little bit frustrating of how it happens with like the collisions for falling. So not sure if I'll mention this later in the video, but I do end up actually making it where the player goes faster because I figured it's easier if the player goes faster, since that way you don't have that problem anymore. I mean, it does mean you can sometimes go over gaps, which I never really wanted. But I'd rather have that than a player get frustrated all because they died from like even though they were still safe. So yeah, I mean, I'm just testing out the game right now, and at this point in the video, just showing you how it all works. I mean, it doesn't exactly work the best sometimes like that. Alright, I think I'll stop this recording, and I'll cut back in at a later time, since I think that was all I wanted to explain. Yeah. Okay, so I'm back again. Now, this time I'm gonna be, like you're gonna see as I'm trying to make some new concepts for the game. Since at this point, like I had actually already finished what I thought the main product was gonna be. Like, I did not expect it to be so easy to actually make the base game. So instead I had to come up with a new idea. Now this new idea was like, what if there was like some ship and it would come up to the island at a certain point. Now, this ship or whatever, like it's just some floating ship up there, like a pirate ship or whatever. Doesn't really matter what type of ship, it's just some ship. But anyway, it just comes up next to the island, and well, it's gonna give you like options to get new types of, well, you get new upgrades or whatever in the shop. So it allows for 2 new types of, well, upgrades or whatever. So the first is that you get the Conquer Skylands. Honestly, it's just a simple mechanic. There's no graphics really involved. Well, you get a simple like image of the Skyland that you conquered, but that's it. So it actually takes a while for me to draw it here. Yeah, I'm breaking the fourth wall, whatever. Alright. So yeah, this is when I draw it. So basically, it's just you pop a little image on the bottom right. I mean, hopefully if you're doing your screen correctly with the zoom, it should be on the bottom right. And what happens is that you get the you get these little skylands and they increase your coin production. So basically, every single time you go back to the shop, it means like you'll get like such and such amount of coins based on these skylands. So I mean, sure, you could just try and farm it by killing yourself multiple times. I mean, that's possible. I didn't really make much of a mechanic. It's just something there. And then the mechanic I actually focus more on, because all the glitches, is scavenging, where it's supposed to be like you're going on the surface of the planet, like pieces are going up to become skylands. Might not look like that when you're playing the game, since it looks like it's just like a 2x12 like skyland. That's very flat, but that's all I had really time to do. Alright, so at this point, yeah, I hit the pause again because I had to go make these assets. Honestly, the ship looks horrible, but that's really all I could think of doing. You don't even see the captain of the ship. But oh well, who cares, right? But the people judging the competition will care. But yeah, I'll probably be fine. I mean, I'm not gonna get first or anything, or even close to that. Maybe not even get mentioned. Alright, so I think I'll stop recording again. I'll just come back when there's gameplay of the new, well, mechanics. Okay, so yeah, it has not been long since I actually came back. Well, since like the last time I recorded myself speaking. But yeah, at this point well, I've gotten the new mechanics like I said. However, I see like the Skyland thing or whatever, like the ones you conquer, that's easy. For you will notice, like you see, you can do that. It works okay, but maybe the first time. However, at this point, it was kind of glitchy. I mean, yeah, sure, I get to generate correctly. Oh yeah, there are errors at this point. I actually get those fixed somehow in the final product. I don't know how. I just, through some unknown means, I was able to get those fixed. But anyway, at this point, I'm trying to solve a problem with like the players and like their. Well, it's basically very odd how it works. Like it deletes the player before like another function that's trying to move the player actually stops. So it's trying to move something that isn't even on the screen anymore, which is error. I mean, it doesn't actually affect the gameplay, but still, it's not exactly something I like. So I kept having to do so much to try and fix it. And yeah, at this point I was just showing how much code I'd done. Honestly, it's not the most amount of code. In fact, I can go check my files right now to see how much. Only 32 kilobytes. I mean, I've made batch games that have more code than that. But then again, batch games aren't as much fun. So yeah. I mean, I think at this point I was just showing how I made the mechanic to add in the coins when you finally get to the end. At this point, it never actually happened because it never worked. Especially with that, you just died instantly, then it didn't. That was the main glitch actually right there, where a block would not delete itself. It took so long to finally fix that. I really wish it hadn't. Like it took until maybe 2 days till the deadline for me to finally get that fixed. I mean, sure, I got this finished before the deadline. Seems kind of odd, but yeah. I mean, this was like the thing I spent the most amount of time on, just trying to fix this glitch. Alrighty, so that's basically gonna be it for this little section. Into the bit, you get actual quality. Yeah, you get actual voice from the video I tried to record. So I finally got that to work correctly. So I'll stop this right now, and hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so I've just gone back from Rolling Beach. Actually, this is the day after. Gone back from Rolling Beach. Actually, this is the day after. I'm pretty sure there is sound in all the videos. I'm pretty sure there is sound in all the videos. I'm hoping there is. At least all the clips. I'm hoping there is. You haven't really been able to view them so much, but anyway, I'll show you the game. You haven't really been able to view them so much, but anyway, I'll show you the game is right now. So really, I only have one area which has bugs which I'm trying to fix. Like one area which has bugs which I'm trying to fix. And it's like for the scavenging missions. Already they're kind of bad. Oh yeah. Forgot to mention I they're kind of bad. Oh yeah. So forgot to mention I upped more speed to make it comes to actually go on the island. Is more smooth like when it comes to actually go on the island. Anyway, so I'll just cheat a little bit just to make it easier to get to. Cheat a little bit just to make it easier to get to. What we need to do. I was gonna make sure that it worked. This laptop was just really slow, so that's like one of the reasons. This laptop was just really slow, so that's like they have to be optimized in a way. Games, they have to be optimized in a way. Alright, so yeah, if he just dies, I'll go. And the thing is so bad, like it didn't even count that. Like, the thing is so bad, like it didn't even count that. Like, now all of a sudden, that just doesn't count. Is that now all of a sudden that just doesn't count? Is that we're going to do this again? And it's not the game. It's like this. And it's not the game. It's and the laptop. Like this. Microsoft Edge and the laptops too. I don't know. Let's see if I can. The ship to appear. Alright, so let's see if I can do it. The ship to appear. Scavenging. I'll go to it. No, it's scavenging. Like you see, like it can't delete those blocks. Like you see, like it can't delete those blocks. For some reason, it's just deciding not to. It's supposed to, but for some reason, it's just deciding not to. Like there's this error where basically it can't find the block. There's this error where basically it can't find the block. Honestly, to me, it just makes no sense how this is happening. Honestly, to me, it just makes no sense how this is happening. I'm gonna check and see if there's a way. I'm gonna check and see if there's a way. Maybe I can try this. Maybe I can try this. That would technically fix it. That would technically fix it. There is one last thing that I need to do. There is one last thing that I need to do. I'm just gonna take that. Now I'm gonna find the thing that's used for this level to find the thing that's used for this level to delete random blocks. And you know what, I'll just scroll through. And you know what, I'll just scroll through. And here it is. And here it is. Okay, so I see what to do here. Okay, so I see what to do here. And I'll just simply make it so that wait. And then I'll add one more thing here. I'll add one more thing here. Actually, that needs to be equal to 1. More fact. Actually, that needs to be equal to 1. More fact. Work there. And then, yeah. And then I'll just do the same thing for all of them. And then I'll just make the same thing for all of them. Just make sure not there. Oh, not there. I'm guessing I haven't mentioned, like earlier in the video, how I haven't mentioned. Wait, I did mention how it was my first day of school this week. Wait, I did mention how it was my first day of school this week. This school is more difficult than all the other ones in the area. This school is more difficult than all the other ones in the area. Okay, anyway, like homework about it. It's gonna be like quite a bit. Anyway, like homework. It's gonna be like this game jam done right now. We're trying to get this game jam done right now for a while. Then I probably won't be able to do any more for a while. Then. Okay. Now let's see if that works. Okay, no errors. Just let them run off the edge. Just let them run off the edge. 280. And 280. Like that. Let's just get that ship. I won't get it this time. Alrighty. I don't need to upgrade speed. Yeah. Like, see, with this increases speed, I've actually made it where, like, see, with this increases speed, I've actually made it where you just die on the block you're already on. You just die on the block you're already on. Or at least if you're being careful. Alrighty, now let's see if this actually. Alright, now the only problem is. I think I understand why this is happening. But luckily, I can just use like the exact same type of code. Kind of for that. I'll just have to modify it a little bit. I'll just have to modify it a little bit. Well, I don't need that since that won't make any sense. I don't need that since that won't make any sense. And this will be changed to. This will be changed to. Okay. Says how that should be able to make. Be able to do it. How that should be able to make. And then I'll be able to do that for all of them. And then I'll just do that for all of them. Okay, that should be able to fix that. Okay, that should be able to fix that. And hopefully I should be able to have that feature up and running like it's supposed to. Hopefully I should be able to have that feature up and running like it's supposed to. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna check what happened here. Okay, I'm just gonna check what happened here. Okay, no, I'll just pause this for now. Okay, no, I'll just pause this for now. I'll come back when I think I fix this. I'll come back when I think I fix this. Okay, and I'm back and I've just fixed it. So, and I'm just running and just fixed it. So I did the coin thing already. I'm just running and you can see in here that I did the coin thing already. To get the ship to spawn now. I should be able to get the ship to spawn now. Now let's just wait a second for this. Now let's just wait a second for this. Oh yeah, right. I can kind of go over the gaps a little bit because of the over the gaps a little bit because of the honestly, I'd rather have that since. But honestly, I'd rather have that since like that could be a little bit wrong. Because but at the very least, it doesn't make you feel frustrated. Like, but at the very least, it doesn't make you feel frustrated. It's not your fault that you're just falling where you were. It's not your fault that you're just falling behind the hammer. Exactly by the game's mechanics. This way, it's actually giving you a bit of a leverage. This way, it's actually giving you a bit of leverage. Players are like that far better than that. Much I feel that players are like that far better than that. Okay, ignore what just happened there. Okay, ignore what just happened there. I should not be able to go over that. I should not be able to go over that. Okay, so once again that closed, so I'm going to need to do this again. But anyway, I got the ship just now, so now all I need to do is just go on the surface and hope this finally works. Okay, so I don't. And now I got another thing I need to fix. But anyway, can I just... Yeah, it's just... I don't even know what's going on here. Like, why is that there? Can I even see if that's, like, actually something I can get? Okay, now that's just odd, because the thing is... Oh, never mind, I see what's going on. Yeah, ignore what I just did there, that was not what I'm supposed to do. And here. There. Okay, yeah, so that's the player image, so somehow it's back, but anyway. I can just get this to... Okay, I'm not sure if I had 89 before that. Okay, that's working, but it's just really buggy. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and fix this. But at least it's working. It's far better than how it was before. Because I think I know what the problem is. So I'm gonna just pause this. And I'll be back when I think I fixed it. Well, then I think I finally fixed this. So, if this breaks just as I'm showing... Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna say I died there. It's a little bit buggy, but honestly, I don't know what else I can do. This was just an odd feature I added in. This game was not meant to have this, so just the fact I somehow fit this in with like the mechanics already. Yeah, well, that guy would have died on the fall. And there, yeah, I get more coins. So I'd say that was what I intended to do with that. So I'm gonna end this recording. Like, I'm not gonna submit it while I'm recording this since I'm probably gonna do a few bug fixing. Maybe I will record my submitting of this, but I might not, so this could just be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the development of this game. Well, may even change the name, but nah, not really. It's already in the code and stuff, so yeah. Well, bye guys. Hope you enjoyed, and this is my first game jam. Yeah.